Hello, welcome to the stream. My name's Will,
And I am John.
and first thing, we just wanted to remind everyone out there watching that if you are thinking to come to Akron and you're, interested in esports, that you can try out for our varsity teams. And the deadline is fast approaching. All tryouts are happening in February, so make sure you visit uakron.edu/esports and fill out the interest form.
And if you're interested in keeping up with everything's related with Zips Esports, make sure to follow the Twitter account. And if you're a current student looking to get involved in some esports, join our Discord, uaakron.ed/discord. And one more special thank you to our sponsors tonight. We have Audio Technica, our exclusive audio sponsor, SteelSeries, our exclusive peripheral sponsor, and Gravity Gaming, our PC provider. So thank you guys.
Definitely. And we're waiting to get into the first game right now. Should be starting shortly.
It's going to
So,
be.
sorry, you go ahead,
Will.
John.
All right. So tonight it's going to be our blue team versus the Miami University of Ohio. So it should be an interesting game.
Yeah, definitely. I've definitely heard of Miami. They're a pretty good team, as far as Ohio team goes. Not anything on our boys, of course.
That's
But,
what I'm saying.
even if it is the blue team, these guys they're up there. So,
It'll be a good game for sure. Good series.
no, easy dub for Akron, I have to say.
Easy dub for Akron. I like the confidence, but I don't know how I'm feeling it. Who knows? We'll have to see after the first couple of matches here.
Yeah, I got confidence in the boys.
I got confidence in the boys as well. I'm hoping to see another Dubsky here, but you never know. Anything could happen.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm still just waiting on him. Should be in the game pretty soon, though. We're just waiting on some players right now getting on the server. All right, Will, give me first match predictions. What's the scoreline going to be?
First game, first match.
First game.
First game, based on, it seems like some of the players are just getting into the server. I feel like first games tend to be kind of blowouts sometimes, especially if, the teams maybe aren't quite as warmed up as they'd want to be. And just based on, our team's pure firepower, of course, I think it's going to be a bit of a blowout. I'm saying 4-1 for game
4-1? I think that's probably not a bad guess, but, it could go either ways. Both teams could need a little warm-up here. So
That's true.
Might see a blowout either way.
Yeah, and I do know that sometimes, our blue team takes a little bit to warm up. In previous matches I've seen them play in CRL, they do tend to actually play a lot of defense. It seems like that is one of the things that they've been working on mostly this season is how to, transition out of defense, make sure they can keep some offensive pressure on the other side of the field. So, and I actually haven't seen them play it probably since last season. So I'll be interested to see how they've worked on that.
Well, we were here last week. They were looking pretty solid on offense. They kept a lot of constant pressure on net. So I'm hoping to see that again tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I also know that, some of those games last season were playing at some really top tier teams, not that Miami isn't, but we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, I believe I've seen them play once when Akron hosted the in Rocket League Invitational, which was last year as well. And I believe Miami performed pretty well in that tournament. So, we'll see. Although I do know that Blue Team came in second at that, and so obviously did better than Miami in that respect, as Gold Team took first place, obviously. So,
different year, different game. We'll see what happens.
That's true. Possibly even different players. I'm not sure if Blue Team was playing with Papa Dan at that point or not. But what do you think?
And he was popping off last week. He's having a great week. He played some good matches.
Awesome. We are in. A little bit late, but looks like we didn't miss too much so far. All right, so for now it looks like we're on defense, trying to get the ball out of our half.
Not a bad clear there. A nice little touch over the defender. Easy's there. Maybe a shot on net. He's gonna pass it mid. Papa Dan, nice challenge. Able to clear the ball. Off the backboard. Papa Dan popping it up. DZ, a possible shot. That might just go in. That's a goal.
Yeah, that's a really great angle from DZ.
A fantastic pass up here. As soon as I got that clear, I was hoping that it'd be a nice shot, and I was not disappointed. That's a great shot.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's something that even when, the blue team was struggling a little bit on defense, that's something that they were really good at is counterattack, transition out of defense into an immediate goal. And it is nice to see something, that's something they've still been able to keep in their gameplay.
Kind of a rough touch there by DZ, just kind of give it away to the Miami team, but Miami might have a scoring opportunity here. DZ's taking it up the corner wall. No boost, so not a whole lot he could do, but he was able to get a pass out.
It seems like Salt was in a little bit of an awkward position there. Maybe just crept up a little bit too much when his teammates had some low boost, and Papa Dan's not able to get a good enough block on the ball.
Still a good shot, good power, got it over the defenders. 1-1, 3:30 left, still lots of play time.
Definitely. Miami did a good job of punishing the mistake there, just, catching Salt too far up.
That's what a lot of this high-level play is, though. You catch one person out, and it's a scoring opportunity, sometimes a goal.
Yeah, I think even, should be at this level. If it's not, then it's probably a mistake from the offense.
Akron not getting a whole lot of offensive presence here.
Not yet, at least. Like you said, maybe still warming up a little bit. I do like how DZ tried to take a slower approach there on the ball. So far, this game's been a lot of just, booming, trying to get the ball out of your half, and, just shows right there that DZ's still sort of, thinking about trying to control, not just give away the ball to the other team.
Right. Pretty good dunk there by Miami, but Papadana's going to get a nice clear. DZ almost gets the challenge, but not quite. Salt able to put one maybe on net. Blocked away by Miami's defense, though.
That was close. That was also a good touch by Notebrook to continue the ball going down the field, and now they're able to get onto offense from Miami.
A couple players went up for that one. Just a fantastic control. Great flick. Able to get that over. Good clear by Akron. But it's right back into the action for him. Maybe a bump, possibly, from Spec.
Yeah, possibly. And Glassy there, probably got a little bit harder of a touch than he would have liked to off the backboard, probably going for a double touch or something like that. Almost did get a fortunate bounce, but not that time, just went wide of the crossbar.
Little teammate bump action there, it happens.
Happens.
Good pass mid. Damn, look at that one. Looks like he tried to pass it back for DZ.
There is a miss from Spec. It seems like Glassy's back with, a little bit of low boost as last man at the moment, but looks like it may have been a double commit from the Akron offense, so that's going to relieve the offensive pressure that they had there.
It's nice being able to see that boost in the bottom. That overlay is just really something.
Yeah, it is. That's a really cool thing they've been doing with even the Pro League streams recently. Like I feel like it was a really long time coming just to be able to see the boost of everybody on the field, and it's really cool to see that even smaller streams like this are starting to implement those kind of overlays.
Missed touch there by DZ.
Definitely calculated fake. Left the ball right for Salt. Sadly, Dan gets demoed, though, so can't really make anything of it. But.
Miami has been getting quite a few demos. I've seen quite a few demos this game. That could be dangerous later on. Good shot.
Yeah, it does seem like that. It seems like if they can catch the last man back, that's like, the first thought in their mind is to try and go, demo last man, make an easy shot for their teammates. But I don't believe we've been caught out by it yet, but it has been close a couple times.
Yeah, definitely some good demos, but they haven't really been able to get anything off of it. Shot a little bit over the bar. Dan gets a good save, though.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a risky challenge by DZ, seeing that he was last back going up and basically taking a 50-50. He must have just thought he could get a clean win on the ball, but luckily that time doesn't come back to bite him.
A lot of back and forth this game, but it looks like Akron is playing quite a bit of defense here.
Yeah, it seems like they're taking some smart touches, trying to get it out to the middle for their teammates, but I really think it's just been a couple double commits that have hurt them, but that is a really nice shot. Really nice shot by Nope. Even gets a little bit of a bouncer shot. Those are always the hardest to read, honestly.
Very good double tap. Got to pass two defenders in net. Really just a great play all around by Miami there.
And with 17 seconds left, we'll see if we can tie this back up, see how the kickoff goes.
Anything could happen. A good touch on net, but Nope's going to knock it away.
Yeah, there was a pretty good kickoff for Akron. The ball came right back to Papa Dan and was able to get, a little bit of time on the ball, but not quite enough.
Good touch, but it looked like he thought that DZ was going to stay, and he turned away. Still time on the clock.
Let's see if DZ can keep it up.
Going to try to bump him out of the way.
Gets him bumped off the ball. That was a close first game.
That was a very close first game. Like we were saying before, warm-up Not really a blowout, though. Very, very close game there. That could have gone either way.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say my prediction was a little bit off, a little bit closer in the first game, but
Just a little.
never know. Akron's still getting warmed up, so maybe later in the series. But
I got some hope for our boys. I'm not stressing yet.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I definitely think that that game could have been cleaned up a little bit by both teams. Definitely a few double commits from Akron, which plagued us, where we would start to get the ball out of our defensive half, and then a double commit would happen, which would sort of relieve the pressure on Miami. And then also just a couple whiffs and missed touches by Miami that could definitely be cleaned up for game two. So in the end, really just that one highlight play that separated them. So I think we'll have a cleaner game two here.
Yeah, hopefully the players are starting to feel a little more warm up. Demo's off the bat again. Instant pressure. Gets a good flick. He might be able to score here. Gets the fake, maybe?
What a fake. Sometimes
Was that a fake?
Let's take another look at it here. Was it a fake?
I think it was. I think it was, because he air rolled, looked like he was going to go hit it again, but then he just didn't touch it.
A little bit. I think he may have been trying to get a dunk, but from the defender's point of view, because he was rushing back, he was just worried about an immediate shot, so, ended up basically getting faked, but maybe not super intentional, but nevertheless, it's a goal, so, Salt's going to take it any day of the week.
Yeah, I mean, always take an extra goal. Bring that lead up. DZ coming in with some nice demos, though.
Yeah, rotating back through the net. Maybe that's something they decided they're going to work on this game. After it affected their defense so heavily last game, decided to maybe go for some more aggression themselves.
Maybe another highlight play here by Nope Rope, and it is. He's going to get another highlight play. Really having some good games here. Definitely a star player.
That was pretty nice. Yeah, he went for a really nice fake on the aerial. So I would usually be expecting Salt to hit those, off the backboard, but Nope Rope just sort of glanced away from the ball at the last second, so he was able to get the dunk on the hit that Salt was predicting, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, he had quite a bit of time, quite a bit of boost to work with, and he made the best challenge he made the best play he could have, and led to a goal.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, a double demo.
Yeah, this is a very aggressive game. I wasn't really expecting this. Nice pass down to a teammate for a big clear.
Missed touch there by Dan. Mark a little pressure. A couple more bumps. It's a very physical game they're playing.
Yeah, it seems like it's getting pretty scrappy. Maybe both teams getting a little bit tilted at, being off the field for half of this game. Just, in the demo reset screen, maybe they're not very happy. But a little bit of an accidental back pass there by DZ, but luckily it goes right to Salt, so it's not going to affect them too poorly.
Looks like everyone's saying, I paid just as much for you for this game. I want to get my time.
Yeah, honestly. We all bought one ticket to play here.
Quite a bit of back and forth again this game.
Yeah, definitely. Still the 1-1 scoreline going into about half the game left. And it definitely seems like Akron maybe just playing a more sort of standard rotation. It seems like a lot of their goals have just come off of, pressure to, eventually leading up to a good shot. But Miami definitely relying more on these solo plays, these sort of breakout moments where one of them hits a really big shot.
Right, kind of showing just the mechanical skill of some of these players.
Yeah, definitely.
But Akron trying to keep it close here with these solid rotations. It's half the game.
Yeah.
But these bumps are really hurting.
Yeah, I think that's really smart by Miami. They kind of see that Akron's really just trying to play a pretty standard rotation, mainly beat them in speed and consistency, and that's the easiest way to break up a rotation is just by taking somebody out of it. So they've done a good job so far disrupting that.
Without a doubt. So a lot of scoring opportunities for both teams. Possibly another one here. DZ gets a nice save, gets to the corner. Salt takes it away.
Good touch out.
Nice flick over one. Gets a nice touch over two, and it's off the bar. Papa Dan finishes it off. I got a little nervous there. I didn't think he was coming in.
Yeah, that would have been pretty unfortunate there if that wouldn't have gone in off the bar like that. But that is something that I've known Salt a lot for. He's a really good ones player. So if he gets space like that to dribble, even if he has to take out 2 or 3 players along the way, he'll usually convert. So that was a really good play by him to capitalize.
Did a great job. Papa Dan was just in the right place, right time, able to finish it off.
Yeah, and that is a harder read to, even though that was an open net, that's a pretty hard read to make, that it's going to bounce down and sit on the goal line like that, not bounce off at some crazy angle. So
right, you could see he was coming in with quite a bit of speed. Definitely. So he had to be ready for that. Almost an own goal there.
Yeah, a little bit of a mistouch. Oh, another one. It seems like they're maybe maybe a little bit low on boost, getting some panic touches on the goal line, which is never what you want to see. But they did manage to get it down the field eventually.
Both teams here, low boost. Well, no, actually not anymore. Miami just got all 3 players at full boost again. Maybe a good opportunity here for them. Nope, rope again. Really good in the air.
He's been really consistent off the backboard with getting, these double touches and just not even necessarily, going with the most power or anything, but just really making the defender have to guess where he's going to go with it. Earlier we saw that sort of mind game, air dribble from him, off the backboard.
A little bit of a cluster in the corner. Just both teams trying to get it out frantically.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, honestly, the whole I think 5 out of 6 players in the field were all in that corner, so everybody kind of just resetting to trying to get some boost.
Trying to put another one on. Oh, I think DZ thought that Salt was going to stay up for another shot there, but he went back for boost.
Yeah, that was pretty understandable. Both of Akron's offensive players were pretty far up. I think Salt just didn't really feel comfortable pushing up in the third man position there. Probably still a smart decision from him.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's 2-1.
Yeah, exactly.
You're rushing for goals. You can play it pretty safe. 30 seconds left. As long as you're not giving up a goal, you're winning the game.
Definitely.
Good shot there by Dan. Knocked away, though.
Again, even right there, all 3 Miami players sort of bunched up all in the same spot on the backboard. That's probably something that they're going to need to try and work on for, next game is just spreading out more, being available for these passes out of defense.
Especially with Akron's rotations being so solid, they just got to counteract it, which they've been trying to with the bumps. But Beck may be a chance here, but knocked away by Papa Dan.
Yeah, I think he would have liked to have a little bit more boost there. Very good pass over to him, but not a great first touch off the backboard, and that should kill it.
All right, and that's game 2. Bring the series 1-1. Akron 1 game, Miami 1 game. Both very close games. This series could go either way.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, again, we see basically the same thing. Miami's 1 goal coming off a really big solo play from Nope Rope. And, I think that him and also Spec are definitely the ones to, watch out for. Try your best not to let them get time on the ball, especially when they're in the air. And, even at the end of that game, if Spec would have had a little bit more boost when he was coming off the wall at 0 seconds, that could have gone differently. So
we finally get a look at the scoreboard here. You can just see Nope Rope definitely showing to be the star player there.
Pulling out the hard carry a little bit.
Just a bit. But, everyone on both teams, super solid teams all around.
Yeah, that's one of those where you that's one of those where you look at your teammates at the end of the game and you're like, come on, guys, I'm dropping a 600-point game here. Let's contribute.
Someone help me out for a second. I'm getting bored of playing this solo player game.
Yeah, I guess so.
Off to an interesting start. It looks like just some low boost frantic touches from both teams.
Yeah, again, both teams playing really close to each other. There we saw Salt going for a half rotation trying to cut, and Dan not completely rotating out yet. While DZ's also trying to come up. So I think that with such a strong suit of their gameplay being these rotations, that is something they're going to have to watch out for. One big clear could end up in their net if they're not careful.
Right. Like you said, Salt being a great ones player, just being able to take that ball down the field, get over 2 defenders without really any issue, still able to manage 30 or so boosts in the tank.
Yeah, in my time playing with Salt, he really is just really good at always being in the right spot, and just being able to capitalize off of, even if he only has 10 boosts, he can pretty much work it down the field, from with his, dribbling skills, and also he's really fast in the air. So I would definitely look out for him, if Akron's going to have a star player to make these big plays in the air, that's probably the person I'd look to.
So far, a lot of back and forth again. It's been quite a not one-sided game, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's been
getting too much control.
Yeah, definitely. It's somewhat back and forth, but also I feel like there has been a lot of time spent in this orange defensive half of Akron just trying to keep hammering it at their backboard. It seems like maybe Dan did have boosts there, just not the greatest launch. Maybe figured he couldn't get a good touch, so just decided to leave it for a teammate.
Nothing wrong with that. A decent play. Don't want to give it away.
Yeah.
Easy up for that very quick.
Looks like DZ trying to go for a pass out.
Barely misses it off the bar.
Looks like Akron's maybe in a little bit of a low boost situation here, all trying to sit back and wait for these incoming shots towards the backboard from Miami.
Bit of an awkward position there for Salt. Able to get a good clear off of it though.
And a good job from DZ to stay behind the ball, was able to pass it off to Salt. Now it is going to be a temporary 1v1 position, but I believe that was Glass. He was able to handle it pretty well. And again, yeah, Akron bumping into each other a bit.
That's been a bit of an issue these last couple of games. There's a double commits, just an accidental bump that could lead to a goal if it's not taken care of properly.
Yeah, we haven't seen as much of the demos and aggression from Miami this game, but that could be a byproduct of that possibly. Is there's been so many rotations in this game where you're expecting a teammate to be back and then they get demoed, so maybe that's why they're kind of like worrying about, oh, do I need to go for this because is my teammate even alive behind me? To go for the ball he should be. That could be why both these teams are getting a little bit mixed up in their rotation.
Both teams playing a strong game so far. Good rotations from both sides.
Yeah, no major errors, even if, a couple accidental bumps into each other. They've always had a third man back, able to, scoop up the clear and take the ball to safety.
Akron's spending a little bit of time on defense here. No goals out of it quite yet, but could be dangerous. Great touch. Open net, and DZ puts it in. It's a great pass over from Papa Dan there. Able to get it right to his teammate.
A little bit of an accidental touch from Glassy as well. I was wondering why nobody was back, but it seems like, I think it was Noprop started to turn for boost, go back trying to fill up, and was expecting his teammate Glassy to get the touch, but gets a little bit of an accidental glancing blow back towards his own net. That's just unfortunate, but we'll capitalize on it.
Yeah. Shot put a bit wide. Papadan goes to the hard read there.
Yeah, a little bit of an open net miss there by DZ. Obviously, I don't think he had too much boost and, didn't have much time to take the shot, but it would have been an open net if he could have gotten it.
Interesting play there by Miami. I'm not quite sure what they were looking for there.
Yeah, maybe just not exactly sure who should go for the ball.
I don't want to cut a teammate off.
Yeah, would have expected Glassy to go there. He was in pretty good position, and I don't think that we had anybody back in net yet, but maybe it was just, didn't want to mess up his teammate, didn't want to, risk bumping into each other like we've seen a couple times in this game already.
A bit of nerves, Close game, could go either way. Don't really want to make any mistakes, especially on an offensive opportunity like that.
Yeah, a little bit. At the same time, though, it's better to have two people go and to at least get a touch on the ball than have nobody go, so.
You don't want to leave yourself open for a goal, though, especially right now when they're down 1-0.
Yeah, that is true.
They get another goal to pretty much close down this game.
Yeah, although now Miami's pretty much getting down to crunch time. It's getting to the point where they're going to have to start forcing something. Can't play too much of a safe game.
Looks like they're trying to, going for every challenge that they can, just trying to get something on the ball.
Yeah, a couple half rotations. Not the greatest touch by Spec, but his teammate's going to be able to catch up to it. Oh, really bad finish. Dan gets back.
But it could be another shot on net, and it's going to touch. And that is game 3 going to Akron, bringing this 2-1. Very close games so far. This series could go either way.
Yeah, it really has been. I'm sure Miami's going to wish that they could have that last shot back. He did get a pretty good look at net at 0 seconds, but hard to say how much boost he had, or maybe the angle wasn't quite right. But definitely a couple chances there right at the end of the game for Miami.
Overall, good game from both teams. Just a minor couple mistakes, and it led to a goal. And we're getting right back into game 4 here. Not sure what happened on that kickoff.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It seems like maybe somebody didn't go, but correct me if I'm wrong. This is a match point for Akron, though, correct?
Yes.
Up to 1 in the series.
Akron starting immediately pretty offensive here. A couple missed touches, though. A nice touch by DZ. That was a beautiful goal.
Yeah, that's a really great read. A really great read by DZ. Salt just putting up off of the crossbar there, and DZ's up before the defender can even think about where that shot's going. So
that gets it right past both the defenders. No time for them to think, like you were saying. Just a great play all around by Akron.
Yeah, you're not saving that one unless you're pre-jumping, and they obviously weren't. So looks like Noprop maybe was going for a little bit of a double touch off the corner, although maybe just not the touch Akron was expecting, as it does get past the defense. Seems like Salt was maybe trying to just get a slight touch to carry the ball out off the corner right there, and DZ was expecting him to get it, so once the missed touch came through, net was left open a little bit.
Yeah, Papadan wasn't quite back yet, so I left the net just a little too open. Pretty explosive opening here, just kind of non-stop offense from both teams.
That was a close one up from Papa Dan. It seems like maybe he was trying to read the touch off the backboard from the defender, trying to get a little bit of a dunk, but when the defender misses, you miss too sometimes.
Nope,
Faking each other.
Popping it up. Salt again, taking his time.
Seems like he may have been low boost there, was trying to get out to the middle for a teammate, but just rolled just enough away from the wall that he couldn't really get out to it.
Speck with a nice pinch, but good read there by Salt.
Good pass out by Notebro, but both Akron defenders were faster. Sometimes you're just faster, even if you have two people going for it. That's one of the situations. Even if two people go for it, it's better than if nobody does, as long as you're quicker.
Bit scary there. Akron could have been scored on there. They left the net quite open, but one of the players was able to get a nice touch.
And DZ caught with a low boost, forced to just pop it up. Salt's in a really awkward spot here. Oh, but the Miami attacker just wasn't quite in position for the rebound. Maybe thought that the defender was going to get a touch.
I think there was a little bit of a bump, too. I think Galassi might have clipped one of his teammates.
Maybe.
Ooh, a good fake by Notebro. Building again with these solo plays. He's really been doing a great job this whole series of these solo plays here.
Yeah, he has. That first fake was really good. I think the first touch that he got was maybe a little heavier than he would have wanted. Wasn't able to keep it quite close enough for the ball. But so Salt was able to tackle it. But a really good look there, again.
Without a doubt. Speed from DZ, getting up to that ball so quick.
And Miami is going to have somebody up on the wall ready to get a pass in field, but no shooter there.
Nice little block by Notebro. Could be dangerous. Off the bar. Glad he's able to put it in.
Yeah, that was a really great dunk by Notebro, like as you said. Basically just getting a dunk on the last defender. Actually, Salt getting a little bit of a missed touch, but I mean, he was backwards against the wall with the ball bouncing at him.
Very awkward position he was in. It's hard to make a good play off of that.
Yeah, once you're in that position, you kind of just have to cross your fingers, and this time he just didn't get lucky. Sometimes it's just what it comes down to.
Miami may be getting a little bit of momentum started here. Trying to make that comeback.
Seemed like maybe Dan wanted to go for a little bit of a pinch there, and DZ had other ideas, called him off the ball, but that demo was going to open up some space. Notebro seen quite a bit of success in the air this game, going to decide to go the long way that way, but maybe he could have just taken a shot on the open net, honestly. It seemed like maybe he didn't know how much time he had.
Yeah. I maybe wasn't expecting the demo or what, but definitely could have been a scoring opportunity.
And like we said earlier, it seems like the aerial, sort of solo plays are what's been, Miami's shining light so far in this series. So I don't, knock him too hard for trying that as your, offensive scoring chance. It's worked in the past, so why not try for it again?
Yeah, without a doubt. If it's working, why fix it? It's not broken. Why fix it?
Yeah, exactly.
Good
nice
pass back. Salt. Nice little demo there. Clears a good amount of space, but it looks like Notebro can go for a demo of his own, but just not able to connect.
Salt's going to try and pass it down to Dan off the ceiling. A little bit of too heavy of a touch. Is going to give it back to the defender and allow it to get some boost.
Papa Dan not sitting in the prettiest position. Not a whole lot of boost. Not much he could do off that ball.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. You basically need the perfect touch there to be able to get the ball on top of your car, and with how fast it was moving, just wasn't really an option.
Open net left there by Miami, but Hacker just wasn't able to get a shot hard enough to score.
A bit of a missed touch by Speck as well, and that's going to give the ball back to Dan. Salt going for a big dunk on the goal line, but the defender had it well covered.
Just off the corner, though. Very close. Salt again taking it back to the corner. Probably not as soft as he would have liked, but it's that low 50 and puts it in. 2-2, 30 seconds left. Akron ties it up.
Yeah, again with a huge dunk here. The Miami defender just gets one bad touch, and then, Salt's just there. Just, again, in the perfect spot to punish him for it.
I was going to say, like you were saying before, with the time you played with him, he's just always in that right place at the right time, and it's leading to goals, leading to opportunities, Just those rotations, too strong sometimes.
It seems like very rarely, is he the reason in your rotation why, your net gets left open. Just from my experience of playing with him. That's one of his strong suits is just, he knows when to overextend. He knows when he can beat,
Looks like 6 seconds left. Might be able to bring this to the first overtime that we've seen yet this series. Although Miami does have a pretty good opportunity here. Knocked away by
Great block by
Salt.
Salt. Yeah, that's a little scary, you know, so far this series when you see No Prop go in the air with so much boost and time. That's a little bit of a scary opportunity, but Salt spotting that out and able to get up early, block the shot before it happens.
DZ, lots of time to work with here. A demo from, I'm not quite sure who that was.
Great cut. Salt took it a little bit. I think he just, you know, knew that DZ wasn't going to have the boost to be able to get around that last defender, decided to go for the early shot. But Salt, another player, really high-rated 1v1 player, you know, and that's going to be
He put
a big thing for
through.
Salt.
And that's going to close out the series. Salt really putting in a great performance here. A lot of good challenges, a lot of good positioning. You just right place, right time, gets it over both the defenders. Does a great job.
It really seemed like that was kind of the plan for Akron from the start. You know, getting off to a little bit of a slow start in game one, dropping by, I believe, 1 goal only. But, you know, after that, I think that really is sort of their goal, is just play a super solid game, take good 50s, and, you know, try not to get in each other's way too much, which for the most part they accomplished.
Yeah, overall, both teams played very well. You know, all of those games could have gone either way. There was no game that was one-sided.
Were they all 1-goal games, actually? They came back?
I believe so. There might have been one that was... No, I think they were all 1-goal games.
Yeah, so even though Akron does, you know, come out there, definitely, like you said, could have gone either way. Miami was playing pretty well. I was definitely impressed with No Rope, you know, has control in the air. Yeah, but sadly this time just couldn't close it out.
Yeah. So we're going to cut to a break for a little bit, and we should be back in just a few minutes with the next series for you guys.
Hi, I'm Buzz. I'm a freshman studying cybersecurity, and I am a varsity Rocket League player for the University of Akron.
We'll see how Akron deals. They've had a rough past 2 games. They get one gifted to them right there. Now the pinch attempt. Buzz still in the air. No way. Oh! Hello, Buzz. How about a dive bomb straight off the top of the backboard? Akron are right back in it. 3 goals.
How'd I get into gaming? It started with my dad. When I was younger, he gave me a GameCube and then a Game Boy, and that got me hooked. And then how'd I get in the Rocket League? I first saw Kronovi play they actually launched his Beta 2 highlights, and from there I got hooked on it. I really wanted to be like him, so it was free on PS4. I gave it a try and got hooked to the game ever since.
Struggling, it is a fight just to keep this ball away from the net, and unfortunately it's one that they're losing.
And they're just peppering the goal with shots right now. Oh my goodness. Let me take another look at this, because I don't know if I believe my eyes.
Big brain Buzz.
Competing for Akron, honestly, has became more than I thought it would. Akron Esports has definitely became like a home to me. Being the #1 college Rocket League team, it's a very weird feeling. There's definitely pressure. There's definitely a lot to live up to, but we definitely still feel like we have work to do. Although we keep winning tournaments, we always feel like there's going to be another tournament to go into and more to grind for. So that's really what we feel as the #1 team.
That ball gets knocked down. It'll be another one, Buddy, off the backboard, but he's too far away to be able to follow it up as Tristan sends a shot towards net. Pirates back on the defensive, on his heels, able to find the touch. And speaking of finding touches, Buzz finds 2 of them that make it a 2-0 lead.
Buzz, the pest in the East.
This year in Collegiate Rocket League, we want to go down as probably the best, not probably, we want to go down as the best Collegiate Rocket League team that there's ever been and that there ever will be. So that for years to come, there will always be, these guys play like Akron. These guys want to be like Akron. And that's what we want. My plans after college, I definitely want to follow my degree path to cybersecurity, but if it's possible, I would love to continue streaming and playing Rocket League as a semi-professional / professional if it's possible, but if not, I always follow my degree path. That's what I'm obviously here for, so.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I'm in my last year studying financial management, and I'm a varsity Fortnite player for Zips Esports. I got into gaming at a young age. I played games with my dad. We played games like Madden, stuff like that. A lot of stuff that I played with sports in high school. I played basketball, football, stuff like that. So those are the games I played. And then as I got later on into high school, I transitioned to shooter games like Halo, Call of Duty. And then when I first got my PC, I got CSGO. And I played that competitively for a couple of years. And then I ended up swapping over to trying out PUBG and League of Legends. And when that didn't work out, I ended up here at Fortnite. And it's really took off for me. What I really enjoy about competing at Akron is having a team, some friends that I can just hang out with at the end of the day. We're all friends and outside of the game, but we all want to win. We all have the same drive to win, and we want to win as many games as we can and be the best that we possibly can. But it's really nice just having some friends that share the same interests. You know, we all game. We don't just play Fortnite, you know, but a lot of it goes back to like when I was in high school and on a sports team. It's the same kind of feel. It's awesome. What I enjoy about competing in Fortnite is the pace of the game, you know, the updates. It doesn't get stale. Like CSGO, when I played in the past, you'd wait a year for an update and the game could get boring and people got burnt out pretty easy. But with Fortnite, we get an update every 2 weeks and we're all able to stay on top of the game and, you know, just grind together because there's always something new to learn. I think our goals for this year are pretty high. I think it wouldn't be unrealistic for us to think that we could be a top 5 team, or maybe even win the championship. Me personally, I've been in the collegiate playoffs for many different games, Fortnite a couple times itself, and I'm just ready to win one. So I think we can definitely put in the work and win. I plan on graduating in the spring with my degree in financial management, and after that I plan on to still game, compete in, you know, the Fortnite events, the Epic events. There's a chance I come back for grad school, and if I do, I would love to keep competing at the collegiate level. Other than that, I just hoping to find a job in my field, and if I can keep gaming on the side, that'd be a real big plus.
Lions up against the Zips from Akron. We will send our first team packing from the CRL National Championship as Reticence sends one away, and if you go by this crowd, they certainly favor the Akron Zips.
When I found out that Akron was doing this, I just jumped up for joy.
We've got like fans at home, like insane fans that everybody's like rooting for us. We get scholarship money, we got all kinds of like sponsorships that come in. It's like legit and it's like amazing.
As soon as it like was announced, I was like, why not try for the Rocket League team? I might be good enough.
It really is. I am intensely jealous. So cool. If I could have walked into my basically super
Look
high
at this!
look at it!
This is so cool!
Hi, I'm Buzz. I'm a freshman studying cybersecurity, and I am a varsity Rocket League player for the University of Akron.
We'll see how Akron deals. They've had a rough past 2 games. They get one gifted to them right there. Now the pinch attempt. Buzz still in the air. No way.
Oh! Hello, Buzz. How about a dive bomb straight off the top of the backboard? Akron are right back in it. 3 goals.
How'd I get into gaming? It started with my dad. When I was younger, he gave me a GameCube and then a Game Boy, and that got me hooked. And then how'd I get in the Rocket League? I first saw Kronovi play they actually launched his Beta 2 highlights, and from there I got hooked on it. I really wanted to be like him, so It was free on PS4. I gave it a try and got hooked to the game ever since.
Struggling, it is a fight just to keep this ball away from the net, and unfortunately, it's one that they're losing.
And they're just peppering the goal with shots right now. Oh my goodness! Let me take another look at this, because I don't know if I believe my eyes.
Big brain buzz.
Competing for Akron, honestly, has became more than I thought it would. Akron Esports has definitely became like a home to me. Being the #1 college Rocket League team, it's a very weird feeling. There's definitely pressure. There's definitely a lot to live up to, but we definitely still feel like we have work to do. Although we keep winning tournaments, we always feel like there's going to be another tournament to go into and more to grind for. So that's really what we feel as the #1 team.
That ball gets knocked down. It'll be another one, buddy, off the backboard, but he's too far away to be able to follow it up as Tristan sends a shot towards net. Pirates back on the defensive, on his heels, able to find the touch. And speaking of finding touches, Buzz finds 2 of them that make it a 2-0 lead.
Buzz, the pest in the East.
This year in Collegiate Rocket League, we want to go down as probably the best, not probably, we want to go down as the best Collegiate Rocket League team that there's ever been and that there ever will be. So that for years to come, there will always be, these guys play like Akron. These guys want to be like Akron. And that's what we want. My plans after college, I definitely want to follow my degree path in cybersecurity, but if it's possible, I would love to continue streaming and playing Rocket League as a semi-professional/professional if it's possible, but if not, I always follow my degree path. That's what I'm obviously here for, so.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I'm in my last year studying financial management, and I'm a varsity Fortnite player for Zips Esports. I got into gaming at a young age. I played games with my dad. We played games like Madden, stuff like that. A lot of stuff that I played with sports in high school. I played basketball, football, stuff like that. So those are the games I played. And then as I got later on into high school, I transitioned to shooter games like Halo, Call of Duty. And then when I first got my PC, I got CSGO. I played that competitively for a couple years. And then I ended up swapping over to trying out PUBG and League of Legends. And when that didn't work out, I ended up here at Fortnite. And it's really took off for me. What I really enjoy about competing at Akron is having a team, some friends that I can just hang out with at the end of the day. We're all friends and outside of the game, but we all want to win. We all have the same drive to win, and we want to win as many games as we can, be the best that we possibly can. But it's really nice just having some friends that share the same interests. You know, we all game. We don't just play Fortnite, you know, but a lot of it goes back to like when I was in high school and on a sports team. It's the same kind of feel. It's awesome. What I enjoy about competing in Fortnite is the pace of the game, you know, the updates. It doesn't get stale. Like CSGO, when I played in the past, you'd wait a year for an update and the game could get boring and people got burnt out pretty easy. But with Fortnite, we get an update every 2 weeks and we're all able to stay on top of the game and, you know.
Hi, I'm Buzz. I'm a freshman studying cybersecurity and I am a varsity
Welcome back. Oh, my webcam looks very weird.
We're back. You look fine. True gamer moment. You know, just sitting in the dark watching some Rocket League. That's what you love.
Listen, I hate to break it to you, my light is on. It's just very dim.
Fair. Well, we are waiting to get into this next match. It's going to be a best of 5 against BGSU, Bowling Green. So we're just, I believe we have players in lobby, and we're just waiting to get that started up.
This should be another interesting game here. As you were saying before, BG has a strong team.
They do. I'm curious to see who their roster is for this. I actually may have a little bit of personal bad blood with BGSU if it's the players I'm thinking about. And if that's the case, I am looking forward to our blue team destroying them. Yeah, I last semester played in a tournament where if it's the same roster, BGSU knocked out my team in the semifinals of playoffs. So we'll see. It'd be pretty satisfying to watch them lose if that's the case. So
it'd be pretty satisfying to watch a good game of Rocket League. That's all I'm here for.
That's fair. That is fair. Yeah, we won't close to that. You know, it would feel better too if it was a close game. You know, just make them feel better. You're like, oh, maybe we can win. You're not gonna win.
And then just take it away from him at the last second. That's my trophy. Sorry. See you later.
Honestly, that's basically what they did to us. So
here we go, right into the game.
Oh, and this is not even the same team. So forget everything I just said. Literally not a single player. So never mind. I'm sorry, BGSU. I didn't mean to talk trash on you. I'm sure you're all wonderful people.
I don't know if I would go that far. They're already going for bumps. We're 20 seconds into the game.
Yeah, that's fair, actually. Maybe we do still hate you. You still are the competition, but, you know, we hate you, but we respect you.
Exactly. Some good shots from Akron here. Just been nonstop pressure. And some more demos. I think they might have been taking notes from that Miami team, seeing those demos come out.
I think so. You know, knowing Dan, you know, playing with him, he does get triggered pretty easily and stuff like that. So if they've been doing their homework, that's actually a pretty good strategy, I think, against the blue team. You know, just on top of what we've already talked about in the last series about, you know, breaking up rotations and stuff, I think a couple of these players may be pretty easily tiltable. So maybe not the worst strategy by BGSU.
Yeah, let's hope that Akron can stick together, though, and bring in another dub here.
Yeah, they will. Even if they are tiltable, they're still professionals, you know. Salt doesn't have the, you know, CRL Season 2 champion for nothing, so, you know, they can perform.
Fair. Nice shot. Is that on? No.
Close shot by DZ. It wasn't open net. That's a really hard angle, though. I don't think he's going to be too upset that he missed that one. But
you can't be heartbroken about that one. Just got to keep your head in the game and get back to it. I think DZ's secretly hoping that boost spawned.
Ooh, Dan going for the double tap. Close.
Man, I was hoping to see a highlight play there from Dan. Not going to lie to you.
Yeah, sometimes he needs something like that to get popping off. You know, he's one that can have a little bit of a slow start, but when he's popping off, he can really carry a game. You know?
That's what happened. That's what happened last week. He got a little bit of momentum. He had a couple nice plays, and he was just popping off.
There you go. It's like I scripted it. It's like I was here, even though I for sure wasn't. But
no, you were here in spirit.
Yeah, a little bit.
I gotta say, an interesting card choice from Lamford there.
Which card is that? I think
that's the GTR.
In the Skyline. I mean, there are some pro players who use that car even. I actually personally like that car a lot.
Let's see how it works out for him. Oh, a great angle by DZ. Able to put that one in. Half the game left. Great shot, though.
On top of the great shot, that's just a really great read, too, off the corner of the wall there. Like, when it bounces off those corners sometimes, it's so hard to tell exactly where it's going to go. But you can tell by how he's positioning. He knew right away, you know. And with a defender in that position, a good shot's all you're really going to need to put in the back of the net.
A little bit of a messy kickoff there from Dan. Not Dan, DZ.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened on kickoffs. Last game had a couple little mix-ups there. It hasn't resulted in a goal yet. Maybe it's a new strategy they've been working on.
A couple calculated fake kickoffs.
I mean, it's a great way to confuse your opponent.
It is.
Like, on one hand, they're, you know, shooting bangers when the ball's coming off the backboard, and on the other hand, they can't remember if they're supposed to go for kickoff or not. So maybe that's the strategy.
Huge fan of fake kickoffs.
Well, you have a very interesting kickoff, you know.
Listen, I've been working on it.
I know. Good back pass from Saul. He's going to give the ball to Dan, give him some more time. It looks like he may be a little bit low on boost, though. I maybe would have liked to be able to do more there.
Good touch by Salt, getting that one out. Gets over 2 defenders, but able to catch it in the corner is Rusi?
Yeah, we'll go with Rusi.
A nice shot by Salt. Puts it in. 2-0. Just
and there you go
like you
again.
said, just the right place, the right time every single time. He just knows where to be. And a great read already.
Yeah, again.
Put it through.
Both goals just coming off of really great reads off of the corner bounces up by the ceiling like that. You know, those are some of the hardest reads to really make in this game, you know, but being in the right position is obviously going to make it, you know, easier. So something that Akron's been doing really well in both series so far tonight.
Yeah, they've really been focusing on their rotations and positioning, and it's been paying off. They've been getting a lot of their goals from it. Maybe another chance here. DZ just blocked. Dangerous save there, but BGSU is going to be able to take it out. Maybe Roosty going for a little bit of solo play here.
Yeah, pretty good first touch. It seemed like he was a little bit unsure about whether or not he wanted to go for the solo play or the pass out, though. Sort of ended up with something in the middle, and that's kind of usually the worst thing you can do. And there again,
just touch there from Lamport.
He's there. He's always there.
Lanamort? I'm not sure. Lanamort, got it. Sorry, didn't mean to butcher your name there, but mistouched by him, and that led to another goal for Akron.
True. You know, make the touch next time, and we'll get your name right. How about that? Might be a little bit harsh. Sorry, Lanamort.
Lanamort, you're doing a great job. I love the car, man.
That's true. Sometimes, you know, all you need is a little bit of confidence, and then you're making that touch next time.
Oh, he wasn't happy with what we said. He heard us.
Yeah, I think you might have heard me on that one. He's trying to show me, you know. This is the reason.
My ball.
This is the reason why I'm on the field and you're not, Will. That's what he just said to me with that goal. But, you know, that was a little bit of a double commit by Salt, and just floating down, wasn't able to be in position, and then Dan realized he was last back, had to make the defensive stop, and just an unfortunate pinch.
Lanamore was able to put that big body of his car right in front of the play and get in front of the defender there and pop one in. Dangerous position there. DZ is able to get a nice touch, though, and another nice touch back towards mid.
Yeah, he's going to be zero boost, so they're going to have to fake the next one. And Dan with a nice shot, but Hayu's going to be there for the block.
This might be looking like that 4-1 we were talking about last series.
Yeah, maybe. I maybe just got it, you know, off by one series. And that's the real reason why they let Lanamort score, is they just wanted me to be right. So
yeah, obviously. Ryusi's looking like the solo player of the BG team so far. He's had a lot of those air plays on his own.
You know, maybe going for a similar strategy to Miami, you know, just relying on, you know, if you can get time and space, that's when you got to pop off if you're not going to be, you know, beating them by speed. So
Lanamort taking a smart 50 there, but he just wasn't able to get the touch that he wanted.
Yeah, Salt just knows, you know, we're up by 2. There's only 5 seconds left. No reason taking a super volatile 50, you know. Based on where, you know, the BGSU player was there, he really can't get any power off of that 50-50 unless Salt slams it into him. So he just decides to go for the slow 50 and just, you know, play it safe. Just playing the situation perfectly.
Very solid offensive game from Akron there. A lot of good opportunities, a lot of good pressure, you know. There, like you said before, just great positioning, great rotations all around.
Yeah, and BGSU's one goal, you know, a little bit of an unfortunate pinch from Dan, but I think even the touch before that may have been an unfortunate pinch for DZ, though, that confused Salt. So I don't know that I'd plan on them being able to do that consistently every game. So it seems like, you know, for BGSU, main thing they really had to work on was just the backboard reads. They were always kind of in an awkward position, like at the near post and backwards for a lot of these Akron shots. And in that position, you're just putting yourself in the worst spot possible to have to make that save. So, you know, maybe just, I don't know, trying to get back on defense more, you know, quicker. It's tough to say, though, you know, if you're just getting beat to the ball.
Like, I mean, I don't know if BG played a game before, but you have to remember, this Akron team is warmed up. They're fired up. They just took a dub, so they're coming off a lot of momentum. So it's going to be hard for BG to come back, but we will see what happens.
Yeah, and it shows. Even in the last series, you know, Akron taking 3 straight games after losing the first one, so they're pretty high right now, and it's really up to BGSU to see if they can stop them.
And just like that, we're into game 2. Kickoff in quite a bit of favor. Looks like Lanamore is going to switch up the car now, though, bringing out the Dominus.
Maybe he did hear us. I don't think so, though. I'd be pretty impressed if he was playing all this while listening to the stream.
Especially our stream.
Yeah, that's what I'd be doing, though. Trying to get, you know, stroke my ego a little bit, get some more confidence in the game. Sometimes that's what you need.
Yeah, DZ already coming out with some nice touches there. Able to get it past one of the defenders, but not quite past all of them.
A little bit of a misread by Salt. Now DZ's in a really uncomfortable situation, but he kind of just bought enough time, and then Salt was able to get back to it, luckily.
Able to get a good clear there. Good pass by Lanamore, able to get it mid. Maybe another touch up.
Ooh. Yeah, he wanted to get a touchdown
redirect there.
That would have been pretty sick if he could have gotten a touch back down to his teammate for the shot, but he was really low boost there.
Would have been kind of nuts, not gonna lie. Easy, a great pass mid. Knocked away by Rusi there, though.
Salt with a little bit of space, going to get a pass out to DZ. I think that DZ was still pretty low boost as he, had to make the half rotation from rotating out there and just not able to get to the shot.
Good shot, good pass. Hugh puts one in. Very good play by Miami there. Or not Miami, BGSU, sorry. But if you see this touch from Lambert here, or Lanamore, right to Hugh. Hugh puts it in. A lot of power, right past the defenders.
Yeah, great counterattack, just really capitalizing on, Akron running back with low boost and gets a good pass out to the teammate, so that's really what you're going for every play if you can.
Salt, low boost, kind of stuck in no man's land on their side. Looks like Papadane goes up for the backboard read, not quite able to get it. Salt's in on this ball. Akron keeping some pretty consistent offense here, trying to get a goal.
Yeah, they've definitely been on offense most of this game, and I think it has a lot to do, if you're noticing too, as Akron's rotating around the BGSU half, they're stealing a lot of corner boosts, which is, the main way that you're going to be able to stay on offense once you get there. And, if you look at, the average boost levels a lot of the time, it seems like Akron's doing a good job of, staying topped up by getting those steals up from BGSU.
Salt really bringing out a lot of his mechanics this game, really showing us what he can do. Doing a great job of keeping that ball close to him, getting it to his teammates. Interesting play there, a little bit of bump from both sides.
Yeah, Akron getting a little bit bunched up there, but Dan found some space, was able to take it across the field. And
that could be dangerous, and that is going to be dangerous. Reese is going to be able to put that one in. Just a little bit of a defensive cluster there. A lot of players on top of each other. Missed touch by Salt. DZ's in an awkward position, not quite able to get the save.
Yeah, DZ basically in net with no boost. Salt was sort of sitting near post, which is, pretty hard to make that save from. They were really counting on Dan to be able to get that pinch against the wall, but he just got beat to the ball and was, whole team's put in a pretty bad position at that point.
Unfortunate for Akron, but still plenty of time left to play. Anything could happen. I think they just need a little bit of momentum. Maybe one goal, they could probably score another one soon after. Not if BGSU keeps up this offense here. They're doing a great job of keeping the ball on Akron's side.
Yeah, they're definitely doing a good job at cutting off these dribbles pretty quick. There's been one or two times when Salt's had a chance to get down the field with a little bit of time, but a lot of these dribbles, they are on it right away, not letting, Akron have any time on the ball. Even there, how you bumping Salt off from behind.
Good touch there by Lanamore. Almost able to put that one in. You just kind of clearing it, trying to get some space. Salt's going to take it up the wall.
Yeah, Salt was zero boost, faking the ceiling shot. Dan is the first to the read, but that's a big miss from DZ as last man, and sadly that is going to leave, the net open for the BGSU offense.
Just not, just that last back, can't really miss those touches, and especially in this level of play, someone's going to be able to capitalize on that mistake and put a goal in, and BGSU did exactly that.
Yeah, I'm sure DZ's going to be a little bit upset about it, with himself about that one. Being 2 goals down with 1:30 left, I definitely could see where, he would decide to go for that as last man. You kind of need to at some point, start playing more aggressive. But sadly, that time just doesn't make the touch at the worst time possible.
Definitely unfortunate. Not an impossible comeback, but very unlikely from Akron here.
Yeah, it looks like Dan maybe can get back to this one.
It's a good save, but leaves it right out for Ryusi there. Maybe fakes the double tap.
Yeah, BGSU's popping off now. They know they've got Akron backed up and that they can, really, Akron has to come to them even on that touch. DZ knows he has to get there. And they're definitely capitalizing on it.
They're capitalizing on all the small little defensive mistakes, all the little rotation errors. They're making sure each one of those is going to be punished. Dang, it's a nice touch to the side. Stays on the ball. Maybe trying to get it down to Salt. Not
that was
quite
another
sure
threatening chance. Another threatening chance for BGSU. It seems like on a lot of these kickoffs, actually, BGSU is getting some pretty good chances. it's taking really awkward bounces for Akron. Like there we saw Dan have to make a panic touch before he could run to the boost, and there's always just a BGSU player there to, you know, put the ball in an even more awkward spot, you know, when everybody's pretty low off kickoffs. So
Veckel there, just a touch mid. Lanamore able to get up, get to the ball before anybody else, gets a nice powerful shot, puts it in the back of the net. Like you're saying with that kickoff though, a couple panic touches. At this point in the game, they're just looking for what can we improve for the next game and what can we learn from this team, you know?
yeah, definitely a couple chances like that too, where, you know, one of the, you know, Akron blue team will put it off the, oh, well, there's a nice goal. But
DZ saw a good opportunity there. He was able to turn very quickly, turn on the dime there, coming out of the net, saw the pass, and not even a pass, just a touch off the top of the orange defender car and puts it in.
yeah, a little bit of an unfortunate touch from one of the BGSU players there, but it seems like on a lot of these, you know, backboard touches where Akron's, you know, kind of just throwing it off and hoping, you know, the teammate can beat, there's actually a lot of chances where Akron is sort of stepping up a little bit too close, and then the BGSU player will miss. I've seen that happen probably 2 or 3 times this game, to where the BGSU player will miss, but Akron, you know, one of the blue players will be a little bit too close and won't be able to capitalize on it. So that's definitely something to work on for the next game.
Looks like BGSU's going to try to have one more chance here. Reese already up for the double tap, knocked away by Salt. Was that Salt? Or was that DZ?
I'm not sure, but Salt's going to score this goal. So,
you know, bring back a little bit of the confidence, get some motivation back, really coming to this next game swinging. That's all you can hope for.
Yeah, that was a really great pass up by DZ, and then, you know, basically, you know, garbage time goal, not going to change the outcome of the game at all. But like you said, definitely going to give, you know, the blue team a little bit more confidence going to the next one. So
we'll have to see what happens in the next game. You know, kind of a blowout that game. As much as I hate to say it, that was a bit of a rough game for Akron.
yeah, even with the scoreline being 2-5, I mean, both of those goals coming in like the last 30 seconds, one of them off a bad touch from the BGSU defenders, and even that last one, you know, I'm sure BGSU was kind of just playing a little bit loose. They knew they had that game in the bag. So, you know, for next game, I do feel like still, as I said, the kickoffs was a big thing that was conceding pressure for Akron. And, you know, with DZ and Salt being such good one players, even Dan, you know, a good player in his own right in ones, I'm surprised that they're losing them that hard. I don't know if they're trying to lose it to give possession to a teammate, but it seems like that might be something to just try and take a safer approach, because the BGSU is definitely getting a lot of possession off of it.
Coming into game 3 here, fresh start for both teams. Salt started out early, take it up the wall here, maybe able to get a nice pass out. A little bit of an unfortunate touch, possibly a scoring opportunity for Papa Dan, but the BGSU defense able to take that one out.
Yeah, and even again there, you know, another touch, what I believe from Salt, you know, off the backboard, where the BGSU defender doesn't make the read, but Akron either just isn't expecting it or is, you know, creeping up a little bit too much, maybe trying to get a read on what the BGSU player's hit is going to be, and they end up just not being there to put in the open net. So
some good bumps there from DZ, leading to a great shot from Dan. Sees that pass come out to him. He knows exactly where he needs to place that ball. DZ does a fantastic job of taking both the defenders out.
Oh,
was
to
that
be
no
fair,
goal?
It was off the BGSU defender, but with how fast that was, it probably still would have bounced middle for, you know, a good scoring chance for Akron. But I mean, Dan hit that ball so hard, you don't have any time as a defender. You have to jump there, you know.
And DZ made sure there was no defender.
Yeah, exactly.
Took out both of them. Looks like they're trying a little bit of the bumps on their own, coming through, doing a little bit of a demo rotation. Nice touch out right
off the backboard. Landamore's going to get a little bit of space here, able to go off the ceiling, but Salt's going to cut it off quick.
Salt takes it away. Low boost for him. Might be able to get that corner now. He's on the backboard. Gets a good clear out. DZ able to get some great speed up to that ball. Gets a good clear. But Kiyu puts it right back in.
Yeah, that was a nice clear by Salt, you know, get the ball out and, you know, create a little bit of space. It seemed like Akron was starting to get a little bit boost starved, and sometimes, you know, even if you are giving the ball away temporarily, it's better just to get it out, give your teammates time to get some boost.
Looks like Dana's going for some nice little mind games there, trying to get a cheeky goal in. So, Akron doing a great job keeping pressure here, trying to keep this in this corner for as long as they can, try to open it up mid, get a scoring opportunity. Missed dunk there by Salt. Papa Dan gets an interesting touch up. Probably not the touch that he wanted. Loses quite a bit.
That was scary. You know, being in DZ's position there really is not much you can do. You're getting bumped as last man with no boost in a 2v1. Like, that's like worst case scenario. He's definitely glad that BGSU did not hit that double tap.
That was a, to be fair, very hard read.
Yeah. You know, he definitely had space. I think that, you know, for players at this level, if you would have given him the chance again, you know, in training or something, he probably would have hit it. But at the time, you know, maybe boost levels weren't exactly what he was hoping for.
That could be a goal, and it is. Off the backboard, DZ's able to get that fast read before any defenders are able to get up to it, and that's going to bring this 2-0. Akron looking like they finally got themselves that fire back that we saw in the first series here.
Yeah, DZ finally just getting a clean win onto the backboard when there's no BGSU defender back and doesn't have to worry about that, you know, accidental fake from the BGSU defenders that have kind of been plaguing Akron.
But almost a nice double tap chance there by Hugh. Could have put that one in, but it is going to lead to another opportunity here from Akron.
A little bit more sustained pressure.
Akron trying to take as much of that boost as you can, like you were saying earlier. They're doing a great job of stealing those corner boosts whenever they can to keep that offensive pressure out. Lennon maybe going for a bit of an air dribble there. Knocked away by Salt. Salt takes it to the corner, misses his touch. I think he thought that the BGSU player was going to touch that one. Great touch by, who was that?
I believe that was Salt, you know, get that out to Papa Dan. And that was really good. You know, there was Akron net was basically open because all the BGSU players committed, then, you know, was able to get that back on a counterattack, get back on offense quickly.
Papa Dan, make sure to take his time there, gets a good pass up to DZ. DZ unfortunately bumped in the air, couldn't follow that through, but Salt gets a nice shot on net. Defender's awkward, gets the demo, and that's going to lead to another goal. Just great positioning there, fantastic rotations, you know, one after the other.
Yeah, pretty tame shot from Salt. You know, I don't think that's the power that he was looking for. You know, maybe even the placement. Probably looking for a top corner there off the bounce. But the defender was just caught out with no boost, and, you know, Salt, you know, said, okay, well, my first shot wasn't the greatest, but at least I can delete him and, you know, give my teammate an easy shot to clean up.
And that's exactly what they did, cleaned it up. And that's really the whole Akron way this game is cleaning up their game. Playing a lot cleaner.
Definitely not making as many, you know, small rotational errors and double commits as they did last game, you know, that allowed BGSU to get so much pressure on them.
They're making sure they're taking away a lot of that pressure. A lot of this game has been played on the orange half. Ooh. Good touch there by Hugh, able to put that one in, bringing us 3-1. Could possibly make a comeback, but quite unlikely.
Yeah, that's pretty offensive positioning from Akron there. I don't know that I would necessarily think that's the best idea, only because they were up by 3 goals. You know, what's the point of, you know, I guess they're feeling pretty confident with a minute left, but no sense in letting them, you know, get a chance back into it. But you saw Salt turn up for the boost there, you know, when he was first man, and Dan just wasn't quite far enough back for that big clear. Nice pass out from BGSU, though.
Hugh is in the right position for a lot of these balls. He is just ready to take those passes. Good clear out by BGSU. Salt pops it off the wall, gets it mid. Another touch. Maybe it was mess with the defender there. DZ, just the speed off that wall, catches 2 of the defenders off guard.
Yeah, that was a bump on Papa Dan, which is Akron's last man right now. Maybe open up a bit of a lane, but able to get a nice touchdown to DZ.
BGSU is really looking for anything they can get here. Try to squeeze in 2 last goals to bring this game to overtime.
Yeah, at this point they know they got to get something going. You know, some of the BGSU's players staying further upfield, but not going to work out for them in the end.
And all Akron has to do is kill this ball, and that would be the game. That is 2-1. Another interesting game there. A lot more Akron pressure that game. They were able to do a good job of keeping the ball on the orange side, and able to take a pretty nice dubski there.
Yeah, definitely great to see, especially after how that game 2 went, where they, you know, gave up so much of the pressure, got caught in all these awkward positions. It was, you know, just good to see them clean it up again, get back to the game plan they've been going with all night. You know, that's been, you know, been working for them. So it's a good thing to see.
Yeah, without a doubt, good game all around, and you know, anything could happen in the rest of the series here. One more game for Akron, and they close it out though. So BGSU has to be on their toes, make as little mistakes as possible, and try to get that pressure that they had in game 2.
Yeah, if anything to work on for next game for Akron. They did get caught out a couple of times, you know, just on, being up a little bit too far and with the rotation, maybe playing a little bit too aggressive. But I could see with how little offensive pressure they were able to generate in the last game why, they thought, okay, it's time to move up, stop playing so safe because, we got to be able to get past this defense.
Maybe seeing another card change here by BGSU, I'm hoping.
Yeah, maybe after every loss.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Oh, it
he
is.
Did switch. Right. He actually did switch his car. Man,
honestly,
I think Landon was watching the stream.
I don't think so, man. That is something I would do. It's just that placebo of you feel like, okay, well, that didn't feel good. I'm sure it was just the car. I'll feel better if I switch back to whatever.
Great shot by Salt. Perfect placement. A great amount of power. Able to put an early goal there. 30 seconds in, Salt puts in the first goal.
Yeah, Salt having a little bit of a stare down with you. Just, are you going to put this in perfectly? And Salt says, yeah, I will. There's nothing you can do about that if you're in Hugh's position there. So
I'll take that top right corner. Don't worry about me.
Yeah, nice little air roll on the shot.
More holding off. Salt's going to be able to get a nice touch, follow it through. Not quite able to get the dunk. BGSU gets a nice clear out, but Papa Dan is already back to get that pressure for Akron.
And again, Dan just driving through the offensive half or the defensive half of BGSU, looking for bumps, looking for boost pickups. That's really the biggest thing I think for what's been able to keep them so much pressure during these last couple games.
Without a doubt. Missed touch there by DZ, but Papa Dan is able to get that nice clear. Maybe another scoring opportunity. Salt takes a nice, powerful shot, but just a little bit over. Bit of a fake there from BGSU.
Yeah, these accidental fakes definitely been a big issue. Playing against this BGSU team, just expecting the touch and not being in a position when it doesn't come through.
At such a high-level play like this, any little missed touch like that, you're just not expecting, and it could throw off the entire momentum of the game.
Yeah, sure, we'll call it a high-level play. It was definitely a high-level miss. I think we could say that.
No, I'm saying just in general. At this high level of play, when someone messes up like that, it just throws everybody off.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, sometimes that is, the best move is just do what the opponent isn't expecting you to do.
You've seen those where 10 RLCS players miss just because one person messed up, and Salt in the right place at the right time. It's been consistent throughout both series here, and just right there for that missed touch by the defender and able to put in a nice, powerful shot.
Yeah, good read on the play. Dan looked like was looking for a bump as he was rotating out again, keeping that pressure, and the defender had to jump, so wasn't able to be there for the save.
And their kickoffs have been a lot better so far, I've noticed this game.
Yeah, it does seem like it. Even if it isn't going back to a teammate or isn't going to a perfect scoring chance right off the bat. That game that Akron lost, a lot of the kickoffs just bouncing off like weird ceiling bounces, to the cheating player who barely has any boost to go for it. They've definitely fixed that in the last couple of games.
Yeah, I think they've done a great job of correcting a lot of their mistakes.
Yeah, Dan with space, they're able to squeeze it in.
Nice touch by him.
Yeah, really good shooting. That's a really tight angle. Had to squeeze it between the two defenders and off, a post and a couple bounces before it's in. So good shooting by Dan.
Did a great job bringing this 3-0. This is what we saw last game. Not quite as much time left, though. A little bit more time left this game, so anything could still happen. But it is going to be a hard game from behind from BGSU.
Some more aggression on the BGSU defenders there. It looked like, and one of the Akron players came through, got another demo. Sadly, the shot wasn't coming through that time, but they don't really need it right now. They just need to keep this pressure.
And that is exactly what they're going to do. It looks like DZ going in for the bumps again. Trying to clear out two defenders like he did last game. Another nice shot by Salt. He's been on with his shots this game.
Yeah, that was a close one. If he could have put it top corner, maybe he could have gone in. It's a couple of the BGSU defenders backwards there, but that's a super tight angle, with not much time to react. But don't really need the placement if you got the speed, I guess. I mean, he just flat out beat, I believe it was 2 BGSU players in the air, so all 3 actually.
All 3 of the players maybe, and Salt just takes that one out of the air and goes, yep, that's one more from me. Is that a hat trick so far now?
I'm not 100% sure, but I think maybe on that play, Rusi may have just been falling. But the other 2 BGS players both up for it, and Salt just...
A fake kickoff. You love to see it.
I'm not sure what's going to work out for him. Don't like to see
if that happens, though.
Yeah, no, maybe not if that happens. But they'll be able to get back from it, and now Salt's still keeping pretty good possession.
Salt with a solid bump there. Not the play that I would have ever thought of going for, but it worked out for him.
He's got time and boost. Not the greatest.
Like Akron's getting a bit comfortable here, trying to hit some clips on this team while they still got some time on the clock.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Salt again with just such powerful shots in these tight angles.
Yeah, that's really all they need. Just keep BGSU backed up, keep them low on boosts, as much as they can, and they just aren't really going to have much of a chance of getting back into this game.
It's hard making a 1-0 comeback, no less a 4-0 comeback. It's just tough positions they've been put in here.
Yeah, with a minute left, I'd say that Akron's probably, got their GGs already typed in, just ready to hit send. But at this point, maybe try and score a couple clips. But,
that is a disrespectful way of putting it.
Sometimes you gotta, I'm still a little bit pissed that I thought this was the team that beat me, It would have been nice to see beat the team that beat me like this. But
Lanamort coming through. He hears us talking, and he just doesn't like it. Every single time he said something, he comes in and gets the goal.
Yeah, this man knows what's up. He likes to shut us up.
He doesn't like to hear us talk, I guess. He's not a fan.
No, I don't think so, especially when they're losing.
Yeah, no one's a fan of the winning team when they're losing.
That's true.
Maybe a possible pinch there from Papa Dan and Salt. Not able to get it in, though. Lanamort playing pretty quick here, trying to get just all that he can.
Yeah, the longer that DZ is able to stay on this ball, things like this are really what have just been killing so much time for them. They've been sitting on this lead, and as long as they just keep pressure and stay on the ball, don't let BGSU get clean touches.
BGSU is getting pretty aggressive here. A really nice redirect. That could have been.
That would.
They could have won the game in my heart right there. If they would have hit that, I would have been content.
Yeah, I think so too. Akron may have just shut off their computers if that would have happened, but no. That is going to be a game win in Game 4, and Akron's going to close out the series again. Another 3-1 win.
2 dubs in a row for the Akron boys. You came in here looking for some dubs, and that's what we got.
Yeah, I knew that it would happen. I got faith in my boys. Sometimes you're just better.
Sometimes you were just better, and they really showed it those last couple of games. They're really just putting on that offensive pressure. Not a whole lot that the BGSU defense was able to do.
Yeah, definitely just great offensive pressure from Akron. Was able to not get too mixed up with themselves. Besides a couple defensive accidents where they got on top of each other. Maybe conceded a long range goal, but for the most part kept it pretty clean.
Yeah, they were able to. All right, so thank you for watching tonight. Hopefully we entertained you with some nice matches here. Like we were saying before, if you're interested in the Zips Esports at all, please follow the Twitter account. And if you are a current student looking to get involved with esports, make sure you join the Discord at uaakron.ed/discord. And one final thank you to our sponsors, Audio Technica, SteelSeries, Archon, and Gravity Gaming. Thank you guys so much. All right, I was John. Thanks for watching.
This has been Will, and we'll hope to see you back sometime.